If you remember, when we started this series of teachings this week about service and about the eye, he talks about the eye. He says that the light of the body is the eye. And he says if the eye is single, then it brings light to the whole body. And the concept of being a single is simply clear. It's clear. It has clear comprehension, clear understanding. It's able to see. And we're talking about being able to see into the spiritual realm. But what he said just before that was these words. He says, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." Remember, we're talking about servant ministry, about serving one another, loving God, God being the priority of our life. His calling in our life to serve humanity and to serve Him becomes priority. So we bring this full circle, and I take you over to the book of Luke. Because in the book of Luke, we have these same teachings recorded, one by Matthew, one by Luke the historian. But in the book of Luke, he tells us a story that Jesus told to kind of wrap all of this up. And the story is about a man who was very, very rich. And again, remember the concept. We're talking about servant ministry, putting people before ourselves. Well, this man had a dilemma. He'd been blessed. He'd been blessed beyond his own comprehension to believe that he could be blessed. Had a bumper crop. More than he ever thought he'd ever have. And he says, what should I do with all this? And the thought might have come, hey, why don't you just start giving stuff away to the poor, people who aren't blessed like you? But no, he had a different idea. He said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tear down all of my barns, old barns, and I will build new barns, bigger barns, more efficient barns, and I will store up. And then he used the expression, I will sit back, I will eat, drink, and I will be merry. Life is good. Only one problem. God shows up. And sometimes when God shows up, that's good, and sometimes it's not good. In this case, this was not good. Because God assessed the situation. He saw the condition of that man's heart. He saw his greed. He saw his arrogance. He saw all of that, and he made a summation. And the summation was concerning this man, this rich man. He says, you're a fool. He said, you are a fool. And tonight thy soul shall be required of thee. In other words, you're going to die tonight. And what good is all that substance that you have laid up? What good is it going to be to you? And that's exactly what happened. He built those barns. He stored all that stuff up. And God took his life and said, you are a fool. He says, you are a fool because you were not rich toward God. So that becomes the admonition. We need to be rich toward God and love what God loves and serve as God would serve. And that means serving our fellow man. Serving our fellow man with heart and soul as we love God and serve God. And blessing is that God will bless it. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.